Hello everybody, welcome back to another devlog of this survival game that I've been working on. Again, I haven't put any title of the game yet, so it could gonna be like Untitled Survival Game for now. So let's get into it. The main thing about this video I'm gonna show you guys is the saving system. The saving system for now only works on the hunger, the entities, or the savable objects, and that's pretty much it. And the only thing that it's not saving is the inventory system and the building structures. So let's go to the new game, and here we go. We made a new save file. Um, the saving system that I followed, a tutorial is where I'm gonna link down the description, and it's gonna pop out on the on the top right corner right now. That's the video that I watched, and I learned a lot from it. Because the saving system is all based around JSON files, and that's gonna make my life so much easier because I can store like floats, vectors, and arrays or lists like that. So okay, so let's pick some tools, and I'm gonna show you a before I show you it. I just want to show you the crafting station. This crafting station actually works. So we have a bunch of recipes. This is basically the extended version of your crafting system already, but this is actually like immediately crafts the items you want. So let's say grab some resources right here. Here we go. And oh god, I forgot that I can do that. Okay. I should probably fix that, I guess. Let's say if I want to grab some campfire, which is the new item that I added. Campfire is now added to your inventory. It's gonna say like that. I didn't realize that I can do that while in the crafting system. Whoops. So here it is, our item. And it only spawned a crafting station for now though, because I haven't made or I haven't put the model yet in the game or nor function, so I just place a crafting station as a placeholder for now. So yeah. Yeah, you can also craft a campfire here because this is gonna be your starting point when cooking foods. So yeah, let me just eat some apples. As fun as it is right now, if I save and quit and continue, it will basically continue where you left off. Now, this is what I'm talking about. The structures that I put, the crafting stations, is not gonna actually be saved because I have no way to put that yet. And to addition to that, the inventory system is now gone because I have no idea how to save your inventory system as arrays because all my items are basically scriptable objects, and I have these scriptable objects as IDs. And here's how it works. For now, I had this concept in mind. I have my Visual Studio right here opened. This is the data persistence manager, and I want to open the scripts that is like important right now or the main thing. So the game data script is right here, is where I save the floats, ins, vectors, serializable dictionaries, which is the object destroyed and the drop items. This thing right here doesn't actually work because I have no idea how to do it. And here we have some lists. It's IDs, hotbar items IDs, item stacks, hotbar item stacks. The list itself, it could be useful because you can detect the inventory whether it's empty or not, so which is pretty cool. I've been recording for 5 minutes, so that's good. So the game data, it initialized itself as a public class, and it doesn't have any mono behavior, which is good because we don't need to do functions because we only need to create some data, of course. So here we are. This is the player position. I just copied it, and this is where it starts off. The structure to create it, object destroyed, is gonna make a new serializable dictionaries. And the key to this is strings and booleans. The items is gonna make a new list, and which comes to this script right here. This is for pretty much all functions the saving system, and it's a little bit more complicated than I thought it would be, but it's slowly making sense in my head now. Again, like the tutorial that I watched is gonna be linked down in the description if you want to follow that because it is a really good tutorial and I learned some stuff from it. So we have some functions right here on scene loaded. Yeah, there's this thing that you can call when the scene is loading and when the scene is unloading. And it's pretty crazy because I thought you can just like put it in the start function and then just like call its function, but you can actually do it in a much proper way to do so. So data persistence objects, which is the entities, which is the trees, the boulders, and the dry bushes. It's basically gonna find all the scripts, or it's gonna find all the objects that have a I data persistence. Let's say player stats handler. This is what I'm talking about, the data persistence. So if every object have those, it's gonna call its function like this, the load, save, and load and save game like that. The load game, which is right here. It took me a while actually to get the proper saving system working due to this right now, but it is it is slowly making sense, I guess. So for each I data persistence objects is gonna load its data because it's on a load game statement. On the void save game, it's basically gonna make a new file and it's gonna serialize it as JSON file. And when we load the game, it's gonna deserialize that save file into actual variables. Stuff like that. You know, it's a little bit confusing, but you'll eventually make sense from your head and you know how the function works. Find all data persistence object. This is how this own function. Basically, it's gonna find all the data persistence objects which has this handler. So if we go here, once you put this, it's gonna put some two functions at least, which is the load data and save data. This basically function alone with this, that like makes my life so much easier because I don't have to make a separate script where it has to save and load data and stuff. So I can just do this on the script that I wanted to put on. Let's say I want to save the data to its value. Let's say the player HP or the hunger. And then when the game loads, it's gonna set the value of, let's say, the hunger to its data. It just makes sense now you think about it. This is what it actually looks like. While it works, yes, but if we go to its data, here you can see the drop items, the keys, which is this is its unique ID, and this is its booleans, and this is where I'm trying to make the inventory system right here. So let's say if I went to new game, and as you can see, it resets everything. And if I want to pick these items, as you can see, it saves it stores to the array. If I save and quit, it actually stores its IDs and its stacks. The way it works is if I go to the scriptable objects on items, I have them as IDs, and I pretty much set all their IDs and try not to make them as same ones because that's gonna be funky if you think about it. And then I went to the make another script called item database. This item database stuff, I watched another tutorial how to save inventory, which is it kind of works, but it doesn't show its actual items based on the data itself. So please, if you guys have any suggestions, just leave a comment down below, and I'll look it through the comments and see what I can do. So in the save data, it's gonna clear all its lists. It's gonna clear its list, and on the for loop, I'm just grabbing the slot data. If the item data is equal to null, I'm just gonna add the list. I'm just gonna add the list to 0, which is gonna depends on the inventory slots length. As you can see, it made a whole lot, but that is based on the slots on the inventory anyway. So it's gonna add the 0, which is empty. But if it's not empty, the data itself is gonna add a list based on that item data. It's gonna add that item data's ID, and then it's gonna add the stack slot size, which is the amount of items you have in the inventory, which is I have 64 logs or 64 sticks and stones like that. And these ones right here, I'm pretty sure that's gonna be like crude axe or crude pickaxe, from this ID alone. And then on load data, the first thing that I did is I'm gonna convert the list into arrays, so that way if it's gonna cooperate on the on the slot objects with the slot data because they are arrays anyway. So I want to convert it to arrays just to cooperate with them properly. So I made two int variables, and I'm gonna equal them to items ID on the game's data. Item ID is to array. Same goes to the stacks. And if we go here, I'm gonna grab also the item database, which is item database objects. So if the item ID, which is the game data, is not equals to 0, what it's gonna do, the slot data's item data is gonna be equal to get item data depending on the int right here. So it's gonna check all through items on the item database, and it's gonna grab that ID, and it's gonna put that on the identical one, of course, and then stack slot size equals to stack int, and then it's gonna update its slots, but it equals to 0, then it's gonna turn to null. Same goes to stack slot size, and it's gonna update slots. While the function makes sense, but the function itself doesn't really work as I intended, because I don't really know what it's like causing that to not function at all. That's all the progress that I have for now. It is cool to see that this survival game prototype has been coming along nicely. Of course, everything's gonna be changed, everything's gonna be redone when I start developing the game itself. If I know all the fundamentals of survival game mechanics, and I'll go from there. So that's all the devlog that I want to show you guys. Hopefully, I can make a new devlog with the new saving system if I ever around to finishing it, because I only work this game whenever I feel like it. So hope you guys enjoyed that devlog, and I'll see you guys next time, I guess. So bye.